Hello, hello. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Join us in singing with our choir, Hine Matov Umanayim. How good it is for all of us to be here together on this beautiful evening.
Plugged in here and set. Here we go. Interesting week we're having. Right, we have the new Jewish handshake, which is like bumping elbows. Some people are doing feet, exchanges, things like that. Utmost care in terms of taking care of each other. We ask you, by the way, especially after services, if you're going to go in for food, wash your hands if you would beforehand. As we'll announce tomorrow as well, to be really careful of people. But we're a community. We join together. We come together. That's what people do, to share the moments. So we're going to have you rise for a moment because we're going to do Shalom Alechem. And you can put your, let's not put arms around each other today. We'll keep together, figure it out. What's got elbows together? There you go. Shalom Alechem. Come on, join together.
Shalom.
Please, we call forward to help us with the blessing over the Shabbat candles. Marvin Tracy and Rose Ross, Carol, Ivan Barak, and Rich, Stephanie Tavelman to join us up here, please. follow our service, follow along in the red Siddur, the red prayer book, the smaller of the two red books in front of you, or if in the front row behind you, maybe. Page 11, Lechuna Ranina.
Lechuna Ranina.
The service, by the way, is called Kabbalat Shabbat. It's before the formal Mariv evening service. Kabbalat Shabbat means welcome to Shabbat, a series of psalms which celebrate the approaching and celebration of Shabbat. And there on page 14, by the way, if you don't know, on the opposite side, left side, you'll see it in the red writing, in the red print. That's the Hebrew transliteration. You can join along. Yes, we continue. Yismichu Hashemayim.
Hayam, Hiram Hayam, Hiram Hayam, Hiram Hayam, Hiram Hayam, Hiram Hayam.
Romamu. Tonight, but they are still lean but mean. They're going to share with us a Shabbat song, or we? What do we?
It's a little early for the Shema, but it's okay.
All right. Lechado D you will find in the Siddur on page 23. We're going to remain seated for the first two stanzas, then we'll turn a couple of pages, page 25. At that time, we're going to rise. We'll let you know when. We're going to face towards the doors. They'll be closed in a moment. Come on, Calix. And then we imagine as they open up, welcome in the beautiful image of a Shabbat bride as we join together Lechado D. Very nice. You may be seated. On our family Shabbat, I have some candy for the answers to the questions for kids. I saw people get a little bit excited there. Yeah, I saw the adults. Some of them go like, what? I like the synagogue. There we go. All right, so here's the question. We have a holiday coming up. Monday night, we have a holiday. It is the holiday of Purim, of course. That's too easy. Just wait till you got to earn that candy. You really have to. And on Purim, we celebrate the story. We read from a book of the Bible, and the name of that book is actually the heroine of the story. She's our hero. She's our hero, and her name is Esther. Good. But Esther is not her original name. She was born with a different name. Does anybody know what that name is? Oh, yes, over here. Hadassah, that's right. Hadassah, the name of the organization for women, is named after a strong female character of Esther, whose original Hebrew name, most people don't know this, Esther is not originally a Hebrew name. She could fit in with the Persians. In addition, she had actually, it wasn't an uncle. It's often thought to be an uncle, but it's actually a cousin, but a much older cousin who looked after her. His name, he's also the hero of the story. His name is Mordecai. That's right. Good. Good catch there, Logan. That was good. All right. Now, those are the heroes of the story. We also have a villain. And we boo his name all the time. Hold on. Come here, Max. Get out of here. Now, by the way, he is clearly the villain, as we said, Haman. And what are we supposed to do when we read from this? That wasn't. There you go. Good. No candy for that. I know you were hoping. But there's also a king who has a really funny name. The king has this really strange name. It's hard to pronounce. Do you know the name of the king? Do you know the name of the king? Ahasuerus. That's right. Here's a candy for you. Thank you. Religious school paid off for Mom. That was great. And that we have the king, and part of the story is, of course, that there are people who want to hurt other people, and we don't want that to happen. And the story is of Esther, who goes before the king to make sure that the Jewish people are not harmed. And at the very end, we celebrate the story, but as part of it, the story tells us that we observe Purim in a special way today by giving things to friends. And those, we call this thing that we give to people, sometimes it's got pastries in it, and it's got some candy in it and other things. What do we call that thing that we give to people on Purim? And that, by the way, the congregation that we send out to people, Tyler, what is it? Mishloach manot, good. Now, what do we call that pastry that we eat on Purim that's very specific? And it could have poppy in it, it could have chocolate chip, was my favorite, or whatever. What do we call that? That would be a hamantash. You play Jeopardy? Yeah, that was like in the form of, what would be hamantashen? That's very good. Okay, what's the answer? And on Purim, what are we supposed to do when we come to synagogue? We hear the Megillah read, but you're supposed to come in something special. What do we call it? How do you come dressed? With a costume. Thank you very much. All right. So Monday night is when we're going to read the Megillah. We'll celebrate together Purim as we continue in our Siddur, page 40. Ki hem chayenu. You're going to come up, please, and lead us in Shema Ve'ahavta, page 41. We're all going to join together. You got your sheet? Okay. And we're going to join along with him. I invite you to close your eyes if you want on the first six words. We'll do that in silence. We'll do it quiet, okay? All right, let's join together the words of the Shema. If you want to cover your eyes, we join together.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Okay, good. Go ahead. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
That was beautiful. Glad you can join back your family. Jack, come on, you're going to help us with the conclusion. We continue just silently, Hebrew or English.
Laman antiskeru, vasitem et kol mitzvotai, vihitem kedoshim lalochihem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'hiyot lechem lelohim, ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, emet.
All right, Jack, go back. Does it feel better now, Jack? Does it feel? Yeah, see, I told you. We're going to continue on page 44. Mi Chamocha. Page 45. This prayer, the Yifros Aleinu, is a prayer about God placing the Sukkah of peace over us, over everybody. We pray for that day when we all can dwell in peace together. Yifros Aleinu, you'll find it towards the bottom, page 45. Jack, we're going to have you come back here. You're going to lead us in Vishamru, and we're going to join along with you as well. Vishamru, you'll find page 46. Chatzi Kaddish, page 46.
יתגדע שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בהגלה, בהגלה,
Page 47 is the Amidah, and the evening service is done silently. But we want to warm up our hearts and our souls. To the top of that page, there's 6 Hebrew words: Adonai, Tzvatai, Titach, Ufi, Yagid, Tilatecha. God, open my lips that they may proclaim your praise. We're going to do a couple times together. You can do the Hebrew if you want, or just close your eyes and feel it. Then we'll go into the silence of the Amidah. Hebrew or English, the private prayers of your hearts. Here we go.
Yeah.
you're finished with your prayers, you may be seated. Very nice. Temple Aliyah, go find the adult who brought you, or you can pick any adults you want, actually. It's okay. Because we're going to bless our children, our grandchildren, whoever you have with you. So if you have your children, you're going to be able to bless them. And it's a tradition every Friday night, every Shabbat, and on holidays as well. And you'll be able to find on page 75. If you want to follow along, there's the Hebrew and transliteration there. This month, we're going to start with boys. Last month, we did girls. So we start with the boys. So if you have a boy, you put a hand on their head, right? And we do the blessing like this. Yasimcha Elohim Ephraim v'chi Menashe. May God bless you like Ephraim and Menashe. If you have a girl, put your hand on her head. Come on, Rose, move over there. Come on, don't ruin the hair, though. All right, there we go. Here goes. Yasimech Elohim Kesara Rivka Rachel Valeah. Then whatever children you have there, here we continue. Yavarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panave lecha v'hukineka. Yisad Adonai panave lecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God's presence always be with you. May God's countenance always lift you up and help us bring peace in the world. And we all say, Amen. All right, Jack, get up here. You're going to do Kiddush for us. We're going to rise together, page 55. And you can all join along with Jack. He would love you to join with him. In fact, page 55, we do this together. Here we go. It's grape juice, don't worry. We remain standing for, it's grape juice, right? Oh, good, all right. It's Elenu, page 56, we join together. There's two ways to know when we're in a Jewish year that's not a leap year. And that is one, when the holidays fall earlier in the year than last year. That's how you know it's not a leap year, because it moved up. We didn't add a month. And two, when the Yortzeit list gets particularly long because you don't have 2 months of Adar, and so everybody is remembered together in 1 month of Adar. And that's it's the interesting nature of our Jewish calendar. So on this Shabbat, I have a number of names I'm going to read of people whom we remember in loving memory, who gave us love in life, and their lives still have meaning and inspire us today. On this Shabbat, remember the Yortzeits of Claire Gordon, Lena Levy, Solomon Levy, Edward Marcus, Eli Perlow, Max Cohen, Sigmund Freiberg, June Green, Michael Martin, Susie Rausch, Dora Rosenfeld, Ruth Sale, Eddie Schachter, Alfred Skluth, Kitty Tobias, Leonard Wolin, Diane Aretsky, Eva Bell, Israel Hellman, Betty Marco, Edward Marcus, Sarah Monkarsh, Howard Potter, Paul Pulver, Max Rosenberg, Elizabeth Rothstein, Herman Solomon, Herbert Appel, Anna Bramnick, Cy Brenner, Rosella Captel, Joan Conweiser, Ira Fleischman, Jack Fomelant, Martin Goodman, Dora Ivar, Eli Kurz, Paul Mendelbaum, Renya Schwartz, Shirley Starkman, B. Zolans, Frixos Kambitsi, Paul Durkin, Sidney Ellis, Etta Grosser, Pearl Eisver, Leonard Kaplan, Jean Light, Pat Pipolo, Martin Poland, Adrian Ross, Irving Sass, Sally Shine, Arlene Yavich, Laser Cohen, Harry Epstein, Mike Kreitenberg, Gertrude Letterkramer, Don Perlman, Ray Ruskin, Betty Shapiro, Mina Uman, Byron Wayne, Eileen Winter, Rose Levine, Bernard Gerson, Max Goldfarb, Daniel Green, Ben Mednick, Ruth Apollyon, Sandra Staller, Sadie Stacko, Sylvia Posnick, and Morris Posnick. We're also mindful and saddened by the recent passing of Jack Wise, the father of congregant Rosalind and Neil Sokoler. I'm so mindful of the passing of Debbie Frank, one of our founding members, first president of our sisterhood, her and her husband Norm, who passed away about a year ago. Debbie just passed away. The funeral was today, and we mourn the loss of such a deep soul and heart of Temple Aliyah. For all those who have need or desire to recite the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, you're invited to rise at this time. On page 58, you'll find the words of the Kaddish, page 58. And whether you're here in our sanctuary or if you're home by live streaming and this is your minyan, this is your community to recite these sacred words of connection and of memory, those reciting the words of the Kaddish join together. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. V'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei t'chol Beit Yisrael b'gala v'zman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam omei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran v'alma v'meru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. May God establish his peace in the heavens, grant peace and harmony for us, for all of Israel, and all of humanity, as we say, amen. You may be seated. Alan Jacobs, president of our men's club, you're going to come and make some announcements for us, please.
Immediate past president. I get to enjoy my retirement now. It was a wonderful pension, and it's a good thing. Shabbat Shalom. Is this thing on? Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. I'm supposed to talk slow. They're setting up cookies in the other room. Shabbat Shalom and a warm welcome to Temple Aliyah's family Shabbat service. Am I talking slow enough? Happy birthday to all those who have March birthdays. I think we're going to do something with them coming up. Tomorrow our Shabbat morning service begins at 9:15 with the bar mitzvah of Jack. I don't know. You have a more quiet and peaceful Shabbat morning with some spiritual yoga at 9:30 and a sacred space service, which is at 11 o'clock. Be sure to come back to end Shabbat with Sudah Shilashit tomorrow. If you haven't enjoyed that very brief evening service, I encourage you to try it once. We do it once a month on the first Saturday. Sad note for Sunday, we canceled the Purim Carnival. But do come back on Monday night. It's Purim beginning at 5:30. With the young family program and costume parade, followed by the Megillah reading and a spiel at 6:30. I know some people in the spiel. It'll be very good and entertaining. Next Friday, join us for Fusion Shabbat. It begins at 7 o'clock. And on Saturday, we'll honor our men's club, Go Men's Club, at the Shabbat morning service at 9:15. You don't want to miss me trying to read. Trust me, it'll be entertaining. Details about these and all of our events are in the Kol Shabbat handout that you picked up as you came in. We also have a lot of information on our website. Please feel free to peruse it. Thank you to all of our greeters, Phil. And please join us after the service for our Oneg Shabbat in Lubin Hall, graciously sponsored by the Rich family and the Tavelman family in honor of Jack and Alex's bar mitzvahs. Lastly, I want to remind everybody, very grave situation. We want to protect the sanctity of Shabbat, so please refrain from cell phones, computers, cameras, any of that electronic stuff. Let's forget about it for a while, at least while we're at Temple. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. A reminder, you can't wash your hands often enough nowadays, so after service, before you want to go eat, even if you want to wash your hands, it's greatly appreciated. If you, any March birthdays, if you have a birthday, March 13 and under, by the way, we're also pleased to celebrate with tomorrow morning with Jack, but Alex, tomorrow afternoon, you're celebrating your bar mitzvah. You! And we're just so proud of you as well and your family. It's such a nice celebration. Why don't you come up, because I think it's your birthday as well. Come on, if you have, come on. We actually have, Alan, where'd you go? Come here, Alan, I need your help with this, because you've got to hand out to the kids who have a birthday a treat. All right, so here's what you have to share. You've got to share your name, how old you're going to be, your next birthday coming up, and if you know what you'd like to be when you grow up. You ready? All right, go ahead.
I am Noah.
Hold on. Oh, tell your tongue. Go ahead.
I am Noah. My birthday is March 17th.
And
my
how old are you going to be? How old are you
turn
going to be? 10. Good. And what would you like to be when you grow up? Do you know? Any idea?
I want to be a basketball player.
You want to be a basketball player. And what position would you like to play? A guard, maybe? Is that what we're thinking? Could be any position. Forward, center.
Shooting.
A shooting forward. There you go. All right. Good luck with that. All right. Go ahead. Over here. Yes, sir.
Yes. My name is Alex. My birthday is actually today.
Oh, happy birthday.
And I'm turning 13, so you won't see me up here again. There's two things I want to be when I grow up. Firstly, I'd like to be a bar mitzvah. May not happen, but I might get pretty close.
Okay.
Secondly, I was thinking of fighter pilot, but I'm always open to suggestions.
Fighter pilots are good. Nice knowledge. Tavlin, go ahead. You can come over here. All right, Tyler, you ready? All right, let's get it. What's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler. That's good. You got the first one right. How old are you going to be on your next birthday?
8.
8. Is that the right answer? All right, so you got 2 for 2. Any idea what you'd like to be when you grow up?
A comic book writer.
A comic book writer. Do you like You like making the drawings, or you like doing like the writing of the stories? What do you like to do?
Both.
Both. Wow. Are you practicing to be a good artist? What's your favorite comic book? You have a good favorite?
No.
No, not yet. All right, you got time. All right, go get your candy and happy birthday. Get over here. Come on. Mom going to help you, or are you going to be able to do it? Should we do it for you? Mom's going to do it for you. All right?
This is Amy. She turned 6
You're gonna
Monday.
6 years old. That's amazing. You have any idea what you want to be when you grow up? What do you think?
Artist.
A what?
Artist.
An artist. Do you like to be a comic book artist? I got someone you could work with. No, but what kind of art do you like to do? You like to draw? You like to paint?
Paint.
Paint. Oh, very nice. Well, happy birthday. It's such a pleasure to share with everybody. We've got some candy because you were so brave to come up and to do this. So go ahead and get your jelly beans. We're going to join together. Happy birthday and Yom Huledet Sameach. Here we go.
Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And everybody who had a birthday. Happy birthday to you.
And thanks tonight to also our cantorial, our intern, Haley Silvers. Also, always glad to have you with the kids. Give her a hand. She's great with the kids, and she leads some of our services and programs here. It's a pleasure to have you with us this year. We're honored. Let's rise together. What are we going to do? A little bit of Shabbat Shalom. What do you got in mind for us? Shabbat Shalom.
Here we go. Shabbat Shalom.